Cardano right now forming a beautiful looking weekly candle. The zoomed in charts looking nice. The indicators showing signs of bullish reversal. Is it sustainable? And is there more upside? What's up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Thank you so much for coming through. I know I already did a Cardano video earlier on, but you better believe after, let's just put it this way, after the downtrend, first off, and I'm really, listen, props. Props to all you out there. Pound it. We tracked it. We've been patient. Many people, many haters, a lot of negativity, just judging us, right, for sticking around with ADA. But it doesn't matter. We know what we're doing. We know why we're doing it. But you better believe, we've tracked all of this. I've done so many videos, and then especially recently, it's sideways boring. When we're getting a move like this, I'm going to be really tracking every step of the way. So multiple videos a day, not out of the equation right now. And we're at a really interesting area. And I want to break it down on the Cardano charts and look at what ADA is doing. I want to look at potential throwback, right? Cardano dipping right now in the short term potentially. And where's that next move to the upside? What does that look like? So let's dig into the video. Before we do, everybody, quick shout out to all of you, especially if you're on Twitter. You helped me do this. And if you're not on Twitter, get over there. I'm doing a little giveaway. I just said as we approach 200,000 on Twitter, I'm giving someone 1,000 ADA. So doing 1,000 ADA giveaway tomorrow. I'll choose somebody, but this goes to you too. I'm grateful for each and every one of you, and I'm humbled to be on this crypto journey with you all. So I really mean that. I'm extremely excited because we're growing, right? Like I like seeing Crypto Capital Venture grow, Twitter, YouTube. What makes it so cool is the fact that I think we're still so early. Like this is just getting started. This is just the beginning. So let's dive into what's going on with Cardano. Let's start on the weekly. There's that beautiful weekly candle. Listen, the week is not over until the week is over and this candle closes. So this, who knows, this could be even more powerful than it is right now, or it could be terrible, right? We could actually close below the last week's candle, where it opened, right? And we're talking $1.34. Who knows, right? Let's not get into that. But right now it's a beautiful candle. We have 2 days, 22 hours left before we see how this closes. It's going to be interesting. We have to track it. Just note that 50-week moving average around $1.56. It is right there. That is a key area for Cardano to get back above, and that's going to be interesting to track as well. So those are some things we're watching. Also note, I mentioned in the video earlier, just kind of the stock RSI bullish trend reversal that we see here on this momentum oscillator, and you can just see it, the K line crossing, so that K blue line crossing above the D line, the red line. Really nice move, similar to July. It's what I broke down in the earlier video today. And I want to start digging in now into the move that's happened, because in my video earlier today, we were at $1.37. ADA was trading at $1.37. And you can see there's the daily candle. We were like, yes, that's a daily candle right there above the 20-day moving average, that green line. It was nice. And now let's look at it. Let's see how far we've come. $1.37 when I did that video. There's that daily candle. And this is how the daily candle closed. And there we are. So it's even a more powerful daily candle that ended up closing above the 20-day moving average. We wanted to see that. We wanted to see it close green. It did. And now we're in this new daily candle, a couple hours in basically. And here it is trading at $1.47. Now, in the title of my video, or the thumbnail, basically says target hit. And I want to break that down. And what I'm referencing here is this. This is a tweet from December 18th, 5 days ago. Cardano was $1.25 when I tweeted this. I said $1.50 or $1 ADA. Bullish reversal or bearish continuation. Going to find out soon. And pretty soon we did find out. And there's the chart then. And here's the 6-hour chart now. So here's that triangle that was charted in that tweet, right? And there's the breakout to the upside. So breakout to the upside to the $1.50 range. In my view, we've hit it. It hasn't been perfect. We didn't hit it perfectly, but these things aren't perfect to the exact number. The $1.50 area was what we were looking for the breakout out of the triangle. It happened. We thankfully didn't get the dollar breakout to the downside, right? And this is the first step to bullish reversal. So that's why I'm sitting here doing the video. But now that we hit that area, I want to talk about, well, what now, right? Listen, I would absolutely enjoy if Cardano just keeps going, right? And we're going to test the big resistance that we see up here sooner than later. But as we track these things, so often we hit a target, right? In this case, the $1.50 area, and there's just consolidation. Like something happens, it stalls out, and it's not even. I'm never surprised when it happens. It's such a just consistent thing, not with just ADA, but with just Bitcoin and altcoins, whatever, crypto in general. So right now, and you can see this daily candle is a perfect sign of kind of consolidation on the 6 hour. And when we look at it and we go back to the daily chart, we say, okay, well, what's going on in this potential reversal story? And this is what I'm watching. Remember, we talked about the July reversal back here. So here's that swing low back here. And then boom, Cardano made its way back above the 20-day moving average right here. And I talked about the similarities of it happening here. The weekly, this is what I talked about in today's video earlier, right? The weekly, the stock RSI down here, getting the shift in momentum and the same shift in July. So all of that is fine. But check this out. It's a little different, but it's the same, which is this. The 50-day moving average, as it was making that move, right? And the 20-day moving average, there was this period of just, and you can see the wicks on these daily candles, just volatile and just Cardano trading in between these two areas. And I think when we get in between these areas and Cardano's trying to turn around momentum and trying to get back above all of these moving averages, meaning the 20-day moving average, the 50-day moving average, the 200-day moving average, when that's happening, when we're in between these two, the 50 right there and the 20 right here, we have to anticipate something of consolidation, some type, right? And that's what I want to talk about in this video. And by the way, in case you didn't see my video earlier, a big topic of that video was the fact that the stock RSI is overbought, but the stock RSI entered overbought right here as well in the middle of this very similar upward consolidation phase before blast off, right? So just because we're overbought here does not mean Cardano can't keep making a move to the upside. It very well can. And if we look historically on the charts, it's indicative that it very well might, right? The RSI, the slower moving momentum oscillator is what we want to pay attention to. And there is a ton of room for Cardano to see gains to the upside. So that's that. Now, what does consolidation potentially, now that we've hit a target, and here's the target on the 6 hour, we kind of hit that area, the 150 target that we talked about 5 days ago in this tweet. What could it look like? And this is what I want to talk about. Number one, I tend to think, all right, we got a nice move to the upside. I know a lot of ADA holders are hype, but like what drastic thing could happen to the downside that freaks people out? Even in a bullish environment where Cardano is actually going to, continue bullish on the midterm, short to midterm, what's that move that could just freak people out? I tend to ask myself that. And the answer for me is always, especially after a nice little move like this, is a Fibonacci higher low support area. Talked about it earlier, but now it's higher than it was earlier. So swing low from when Cardano bounced off that ultimate bottom area at like $1.20 to currently swing high. And still this whole entire move is one fluid move. So that swing low to swing high, for me, I have this area down here, potentially $1.31 to $1.26 area for a higher low Fibonacci support. Crypto, maybe just Cardano, whatever, crypto could dip. And this could be an area where Cardano is actually revisiting. And you kind of see this move a lot on 6 hour charts when we're getting kind of a 20 moving average cross above a 50-day. You kind of see Cardano will revisit that. And what that translates to on the daily chart is something extremely important. So what I want to do is demonstrate what that is. So this support area, right? Confluent with these moving averages on the 6 hour, this 131 range to 126. If you go to a daily chart, check this out. $1.30 is the 20-day moving average. We just talked about how important it is Cardano close the daily above it. The key is now to stay above it, right? So if Cardano on that 6 hour chart was to get this throwback, boom, to higher low Fibonacci support, it would be testing the confluent 20-day moving average in that general vicinity right now around $1.30. And that's big time right there. That's big stuff. That is a very important support. If Cardano falls back below that, this chart zoomed out is going to be the same chart it's been for months, a story of lower highs. And the bears could very, very easily take back take back the ball in this game of crypto. So that's what we look at for the downside. Now, in the scenario where Cardano is just, hey, it's going to continue. Maybe it takes a day break. Maybe it takes on the 6 hour just a couple 6 hour candles until tomorrow morning. It's just taking a consolidation break because we've hit this target. It's just kind of sideways. It's just like, oh, what's next? What's next? Boom, sideways. If it does continue, what I'm eyeing up right now is really this big resistance area. And for me, it's really this lower trend line of this falling wedge that we've talked about on the way down. And that falling wedge target, if you remember, was hit at $1.20. And really, it really was that target. So it was that target that was hit for consolidation for Cardano, boom, and then consolidation, right? And isn't it interesting? We're talking about a similar thing to the upside on kind of a shorter term, meaning we're getting a breakout now of a new pattern to its target, and we're looking for potential consolidation. So when we hit targets, there's oftentimes consolidation. But what we want right now is continuation immediately. That would be nice, or some consolidation and then continuation, or at the very least, we do get a throwback, but we see support and then we get continuation. Either way, this upper or the lower trend line of that falling wedge that we have back here, and there's the continuation of that trend line so you can see it. That's a resistance area I'd be very, very much aware of. And you can see it's right around a dollar. It's like $1.60, $1.65. If you go to the daily chart, isn't that interesting? The 50-day moving average, that next barrier for Cardano to break right there at $1.63-ish. That's pretty crazy. So we have confluent support down here. If Cardano is to make a move to the downside in the $1.30 range, and then we have confluent resistance up here if Cardano is to make a move to the upside. So that is why it's no surprise if Cardano just kind of messes with us for a little as it is in between these two areas. And that's what I'm watching. I want to see support to the downside if Cardano is to make the move, and I want to see this resistance and how Cardano interacts with it if it's to make the move to that area. So that's what I'm tracking. This is where my head's at. Wanted to do an update as we continue to track this stuff. I appreciate you cruising through. It's nice to see Cardano moving. It just from a content creation perspective, because it's like, hey, there's something new to talk about and to track. It's exciting. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have an awesome day. God bless.